All right, welcome back. So, welcome to J Sports. I'm your host, Jason Alamillo. And make sure you leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's go ahead and get to this. And I'm wearing my hockey shirt here. It's the dude, the man, Marc-Andre Fleury shirt. Last one I could get. Now, this is the 2021-2022 Golden Knights season preview, the Vegas Golden Knights season preview. I'm going to go over what I think here, and there's a lot we got to go over. Now, this is a team we saw lose against Canada, and they are weak down the middle, and they need to fix that. And yet, apparently, they've raised the bar just high enough that they're going to possibly be the favorites to win, and they are for now. In the Pacific Division, they need to at least take first place. Anything less than that is not going to be good enough. Now, we saw Colorado pretty much take first place, and then they win the President's Trophy, and then just by a little bit of luck, just by a hair, the Knights beat them. So again, does it matter that you get the President's Trophy? I made a big deal about it, but then again, Game 7, they beat them. Now, if Edmonton had an amazing 110 points season, and let's say the Golden Knights came out with a 106 points, well, it's not too bad there. Now, this is considered to be the weakest division, and Vegas is said to be the strongest in the division, although I think what Colorado and Minnesota did is they proved that to be wrong, because Vegas is good on paper, but not good on the ice. In the ice, and in the games. On the ice in the games. And look, I mean, they're even worse now by getting rid of Nosek, by getting rid of... He didn't do much before getting COVID, and then after COVID he did great, and then he got injured or something, so then he didn't do great. But they got rid of Reeves and Fleury and all that. I'm not going to go over that, but they're just sucking right now. Now, I'm so curious to see how they play against other divisions, because, of course, last season, obviously... everything was shut down in a way. People couldn't cross the border. So we had COVID breakouts, of course. So they stayed in one division, and they still had COVID breakouts in every division, I think. The Central, the Eastern, the Western, all of that. The divisions, Pacific. Now, they should end up with 10 points ahead of second place, hopefully. Now, let's look at their special teams. Their numbers are a little interesting there. So, on the power play, it seems to have been a problem since the very beginning. From the very beginning, it's not been great for them. It's at a 17.8%. That's 22nd overall. And let's see, is it? Let's see. Yep, that's right. I thought it was 17 play. No, they're not that good. They could... be that could be where some of the center depth is not enough, and it's not working for them, and where they need to maybe fix it and add some players, move some players around. Their penalty kill, though, it was at 86.8% last season, which was at first. So that seems to be working for them. Of course, again, the power play was one of the primary reasons that they lost against Canada. One power play goal, maybe even two, could have made a difference in the game. Now, even two in a couple games, right? Now, 2 goals. Let's see. Their goals for was at 190. That's good for third. And then their goals against was 122. Was at 122. That's good for first. And that's the Jennings Trophy for Fleury and Leonard. And, of course, Fleury's now gone because of the garbage management. That is Kelly McCrimmon and George McVie and Bill Foley. Now, there are many questions on their goaltending. We're going to answer that, of course. Now, their draft picks. Let's look at their draft picks. Their draft picks since 2017. Obviously, since 2015 is what a lot of people are looking at, but of course they weren't there, so I'm not even going to waste talking about 2015. So since 2017, if you were a first-round draft pick, you're out. Cody Glass, he's out. He's recently been out. He was 6th overall. Suzuki at 13th, and of course Brandstrom at 15th. Now they'd love to have Suzuki in the lineup right now, especially because he beat the crap out of them. And Brandstrom, still has a question mark on how good he's going to do this year. Now, Haig was 34th overall. Good pick there. In 2018, the earliest they drafted was Morozov at 61st. That was the first of 8 picks. They never traded away all their trade picks. They're all about kind of having their picks later on, and then looking for some steals. Now, in 2019, they drafted Peyton Krebs at 17th overall. At this point, he's the earliest draft pick that hasn't been traded. But look, looking at the lineup, if you're him and you're looking at the lineup, right, he might get traded. Korzak was drafted at 41st overall. He can probably get some games this year. Let's see. Brisson was drafted 29th in 2020 and 2021. In 2020 and in 2021, I can't speak. They drafted Dean at 29th and Cheka at 38th. Now, only once have they traded out their first round draft pick. They've done the whole going all in kind of look. That's kind of where they're going, but they're also keeping their prospects kind of close, stockpiled high. Now on to the exits again. Fleury, Reeves, Nosek, and Sakura. Sakura only played a handful of games, so not too surprised there. But with Reeves, Nosek, and Fleury, what they lose here is that misfit team and look and the originals, and they lose depth, they lose defense, because again, Leonard can't slide across the crease as fast as Fleury did, and he's not going to bend as much. He's not great on the poke check, and he's that's kind of the reason why the forwards are going to have to be a little more quick on the crease. Now they're getting the look of an unrecognizable team, an unenthusiastic team. Vegas isn't happy with them kind of team type of deal. Not a good team, but in my opinion, but a good deep team at least. It's not going to go well for them this year. I'm predicting, but I'm not afraid to be wrong. Just knowing the way they play and all that. Brossoit has the unfortunate job of taking Fleury's spot as goalie. And so, you go from Leonard and Fleury to Leonard and Brossoit. Not so good. Howden and Patrick are also in, and they're looking to bounce back from absolutely miserable seasons they had last year and before. And more, right? So there you go. That could make a difference right there with these two. Now, there are the forward group looks deep. Again, it looked awful in the postseason, but looks deep here. Now you have Pacioretty. We're gonna see what he brings. Chandler Stevenson, is he a first line center? Listen. A lot of people are saying this, and you're gonna hear this a lot. I don't see him as a first line center, and neither is Carlson. I don't see them both. So there's two guys on that who could be that you could have as second line centers. Now, Stone, great season for him, absolutely fantastic, except, right, so great season, and then he absolutely just choked, he effed it up. He effed it all up for himself and for the Knights against Canada. Marchessault, of course, will be with Carlson and Smith. That is the line that kind of seems to get things going for them. Let's see. You got Janmark, who shows, he can be hot and cold. He had that hat trick in Game 7 against Colorado. I'll always remember that. Nolan Patrick could be the third line center. Evgeny Dednoff is a new face on the team. Maybe not such a new face, but brought in in the offseason from Ottawa. They regretted that contract, his contract, and the Knights are going to see how his goal scoring improves or not. Maybe he can be added to the power play, and maybe he could make things better there. They have okay. So then you have Carrier, Howden, and Raw. Let me see what happened here. So you have that group. So, Raw, I thought they were going to get rid of Raw. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought, oh, man, Raw's a goner. I mean, right? I just don't see him staying there. So you have, let me see here. So you have Carrier. I thought Carrier was great. Howden, he came in for Cody Glass. Carrier has made a pretty good impact, I think. But you have those three rounding out the forward group. But then you have Kolesar, Krebs, Brown, and Tuck, who is on the injured list for the first part of the season, and you have Berchi and Quinney as well. Now Berchi can probably prove everyone wrong and make the Knights move things around in their lineup, move some people around. Now, if Tuck comes back at his full capacity, it gives Vegas a chance to possibly trade some forwards. Now, if we go to the blue line, it's a solid line. It's actually really great. Martinez, absolutely, he stayed for, what was it, the 5.25 million, 5.23, something like that. Absolutely creates some great depth for them. I think he played with a broken foot or something like that. Feet, I don't know. Pietrangelo signed a huge contract last year. McNabb and Theodore are great. All those guys are a great top defense, and I like them there. Now we got Haig and Whitecloud. They're good at the third. They're a good third pairing. Young but good enough. Have some promise there. Coughlin will get some games here and there, and I really do hope he does, because he does get some more than just here and there, because he's amazing. I like him. And that game against Minnesota, I'll always remember when he scored those I think it was 3 goals. So he had a hat trick. And then we have Bischoff, who could get into the lineup. It's a very solid group there. Now, goaltenders, Leonard is not that great. Some say he's good. He is in the middle for many others. You've got a bunch of Leonard lovers that always come after me, so there you go. And look, he does win games in Vegas, had an all-right record last season. Still commend him on doing well in the last few games against Canada, and finally getting a win in a shootout, which publicly he has said that's not his best thing. And again, can't slide across the crease, goes down too quickly, can't get a goal up high, upside, glove side, whatever you call it, like Fleury couldn't dive as much. So look, he's got a big body, which is great for a goalie, but he doesn't use it right. Brossoit, look, it depends if he's gonna be the Brossoit from last season or the one from before last season, or the Brossoit from then. He is in a new location. He becomes more unpredictable, and we're gonna see what happens there. It could help him. Logan Thompson is at number 3, and he's doing well for the AHL team, the Henderson Silver Knights, and he might have to fight it out with Brossoit. He might have to fight Brossoit on that. The fans are excited to see him, and I'm excited to see how the preseason plays out. Now we will also see how the prospects go as well. Now the Stanley Cup odds for the Golden Knights is at 8-1, so pretty good for a 5-year-old team that has everything to prove. Now looking at their record over the last 3 years. They were 43, 32, and 9, third in the Pacific Division in 2018-2019, down from that emotional high, they had with the Cinderella team aspect or esque part of their team that they had to them in 2017-2018 after the finals. They lost in the first round to the San Jose Sharks, to San Jose in spectacular fashion. Of course, we all remember that undeserved 5-minute penalty. We didn't get a rematch, but okay. 2019-2020, they finished 39-24-8. They finished first in the division, get all the way to the conference finals, and then lose to Dallas conference finals, and then lose against Dallas. So they lose to Dallas there. Now, when Vegas struggles, man, does their offense go away. It's gone. Their offense is gone. They need to fix that. Now, in this last season, they finished 40-14-2. Good record. Definitely benefited from having some weak teams in the division. They finished second behind Colorado, as I said in the beginning. Now, in the playoffs, they got past Colorado, but, get beat by Canada. Like I said, Canada, Minnesota, Colorado, they all proved, look, man, they weren't as great as they actually looked on paper. So Vegas keeps going to the playoffs, and they keep getting knocked out by teams, they should have beaten, but they shouldn't have been beaten by, but of course they don't. Now they need to work on that, and when things are down and not drying up completely offensively when things are down. Now, I hope they get rid of Pete DeBoer. Who knows if they're going to do that, after this season, although I can imagine his career is going to be under a microscope here, his job. Now, the schedule, they start with the Seattle Kraken, the new team, on October 12th, first night of hockey. So let's go ahead and start that rivalry. I am so down. I'm getting bored of the San Jose Sharks one. Now, on the 14th, they're in LA. And then on the 20th, they have a nice long break. They have a nice long homestand. They're at home against St. Louis. Then 2 nights later, it's against Edmonton. And then 2 nights later after that, they go against the Islanders. And look, no back-to-back games there, so it's not too bad. They have a days in between to kind of get a little bit of practice there, a little bit more. Then they go play Colorado on the 26th, and that's a bit of revenge for Colorado. They wanna smack them down. They're very capable of doing that. Although Colorado was it Grubauer or somebody? They got rid of some amazing players there, and I was like, what the hell are you doing? Then they go to Dallas the next night, and they're seeking revenge against Dallas. They haven't been able to play them since that 2019-2020 or was it? No, I'm wrong. The 2020 2019-2020 season. Then the 29th, they go against Anaheim. So not too bad of a schedule there, and I'm just curious to see what it's going to be like. Preseason starts on the 26th, and I'm just excited to see. I think we play the Kraken. I'm not sure, but I'm excited to see exactly what's going to happen, what's going to go on, and that's my season preview, and I'll hopefully be going over the lineup for the Golden Knights. Now, if you like this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. And make sure you leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think of the Golden Knights. Are they going to win? Are they going to win without Fleury? Is Leonard going to be any good for them? Let me know in the comments. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you at the next one. And make sure you press that notification bell so you never miss another one of these videos. Peace.